Welcome to a vinyasa practice. My name is Kaylee. I'm going to hit the lights overhead. For this 30-minute practice, we will start with some breath work with pranayama. You're welcome to do the breath work in a seat with me. It is also completely cool to do your pranayama practice on your back, especially if you're feeling a little fatigued or you just would like to lie down for any reason. Go ahead and come to the back and we'll start there. Once you do decide if you're going to practice seated or practice supine on the spine, start to allow your focus to turn inward. You can keep the eyes softly open, but set your gaze at one spot, or you can close the eyelids down. And just notice your natural breathing. This is where you can feel the breath moving most clearly through the nose, throat, maybe the belly, the chest. Notice where the breath feels a little stickier, where maybe it's harder to touch into those spaces. And then we'll practice a few rounds of Samavriti Pranayam with Kumbhaka, which we would call box breathing. If at any point the breath practice feels too fussy for you, or you get a little lost, or I'm asking you to hold the breath or take longer inhales or exhales than feels right in your body, just come back to your natural breath. Practice with a 4 count, starting by just taking one more natural breath in through your nose, and fully out through the nose or the mouth. Breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 4. 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing, no numbers. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Pause. 2 more rounds. Inhale, fill all the way up. Hold the breath. Exhale. Keep emptying all the way out to empty. Pause. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a natural breath in and out. Just notice how you feel. You can keep the eyes closed or soft. Inviting a sense of ease into your practice as you roll onto your back if you're not already there. Hug the knees into the chest. And then we're gonna extend the right leg up toward the ceiling. The left foot can plant down underneath the left knee, or you're welcome to stretch the left leg long on the mat in front of you. Just checking in with the back of the right leg. Go ahead and point and flex the right foot slowly. Just notice how that changes the sensation of the stretch. And reconnect with the intention to take conscious breaths. It doesn't have to be a box breathing pattern. But just noticing when you're breathing in that you're breathing in. When you're breathing out that you're breathing out, we'll find a half happy baby by bringing the right peace fingers to the right big toe mound. Again, you can keep that left leg long, or at this point, it might feel good, even if you have the left leg long, to rebend the knee. Bring the sole of the foot kind of underneath the knee. Notice the muscles in your face and any tension that might be showing up there. Set up for a figure four at this point, definitely sliding the left foot underneath the left knee as you guide the outer edge of the right ankle to the top of the left knee area. And then just let the right knee drift away from your body gently. You can stay here or reach for the back side of the left thigh or the left shin as you hug the legs in, finding a version of the stretch that feels just right in your body. So not forcing, kind of being almost in that just enough space of Goldilocks, not too little sensation, not too much sensation, just the right amount that you feel a connection with your body. And maybe you invite yourself to breathe into the sensation of the stretch. And to circle the right ankle or both ankles if the left foot is off the ground. Just moving around through the feet in any way that feels good before we put a little bit more weight in the feet once we get into our standing series today. And we're going to go ahead and set the right foot down, left foot down, excuse me, if you lifted it. Extend the right leg long on the mat in front of you. Lift the left arm back over your head. Left knee is bent, so the left foot is planted. Right hand is down by your side. Go ahead and arch your back away from the mat a little bit. So you're finding a little bit of a baby back bend. Let the ribs flare, let the belly kind of open up. And then we're going to reverse that. So tuck the 12th ribs in as you scoop the pelvis under. Keep the core engaged, and we're going to lift right leg and left arm, maybe reaching left fingers for the right toes. 2 times. Inhale as you lengthen the limbs away from the midline. And then exhale as you lift toward the ceiling, maybe reaching fingers to toes. Once more here, breathe in. And breathe out. And bring both knees into the chest. You can hug onto the shins, maybe rock side to side gently. And then we're going to set up for the left leg, the left hamstring. Right foot lands down, left leg extends up. Just being gentle, so there's no prize for getting the left leg completely straight. We just want to find some sensation, and then maybe point and flex through the left foot. Just smoothing out your breath. So ultimately, the reward of the practice is in the practice itself. Be present and mindful. Setting up your half happy baby here. And maybe inviting like a thought experiment into the practice today. Of a meditation teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh. Very, very simple meditation without changing any of the conditions of my life. In this moment, right here, right now, what would it feel like to be the happiest person in the world? Happiest doesn't resonate for you. Maybe what would it feel like to be the most peaceful person in the world? Once you transition for your figure 4 stretch, knee drifts away. Let your body guide you into the version of the shape that's right for right now. And you can turn that meditation over a couple times. If it resonates, wonderful, run with it. If it doesn't resonate, awesome, let it go and just focus on your breath. The right foot is off the mat. Go ahead and step the right foot down. Send the left leg to the ceiling, left arm to your side. Right arm back up over your head as you lengthen that left leg long all the way out. And then go ahead and let your lower back lift away from the mat. So the shoulder blades are down and like the butt is still down. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, draw the 12th rib in, and then reach the limbs up, maybe reaching fingers for toes. 2 more times. Inhale as you lengthen out, feel the space and the stretch. And exhale as you lift, feel the contraction through your middle. Once more, breathing in. Breathing out. Bring both of the knees into the chest. Start to rock forward and backward along the length of your mat. We're going to work our way into a tabletop position. So we'll find hands and knees. You can always roll to the side and then work your way to that tabletop. Whatever way makes sense for you. And then in tabletop, we've got some weight in the hands for the first time. So let's go ahead and shift back a little bit and forward, spreading out the fingers, just noticing how your hands and your wrists are responding to having weight through them. We're going to hold with the shoulders roughly over the wrists, drop your belly down, soften at the elbows as you lift the chest, bringing your chin up for cow. And then start from your tailbone, tuck the tail under, start to curl your chin to your chest, finding cat, let the middle of your back lift last. Start from the ends, yeah, so head and tail, cow pose, let the belly drop very last, big breath in. And then cat, curling in on yourself, pressing the ground away, feel the mid vertebra lift. 2 more, just moving with your breath. And move in a way that begets happiness or peacefulness. And coming back to your tabletop, tucking the toes under. And then we're going to take just an easy down dog. So you can keep the knees bent as you start to lift the knees, press the hips, and then straightening the knees out at the end. Or keeping the knees pretty nice and bent today, whatever feels right for you. Take a few breaths in down dog. Maybe you're exploring, you're not sure what feels right, and that's great. Go ahead and pedal it out or nod your head or readjust the grounding parts of your body by separating your feet wider or bringing your hands closer. You are allowed to explore and experiment. From down dog, we'll walk the feet to the top of the mat, finding ragdoll. Nice generous bend in the knees as you catch the crooks of the opposite elbows. Let the crown of the head really dangle down. Take a few breaths here. Just keep the pose nice and still and let gravity kind of deepen you, or you might invite a little sway side to side. The bounce of the chest toward and away from the thighs. And take a nice deep bend into both of the knees as you bring your forearms onto your thighs. So forearms are on the thighs if you make a little shelf for the elbows. And then let's keep the right elbow down. Lift the left elbow up. So you're twisting toward the left. Once that elbow is up nice and high, you can decide if you'd like to straighten the left arm. And maybe we take the gaze up toward the left hand, draw some circles with the left wrist, wiggle the fingers. We'll stay in this side stretch, just one more big breath in, rotating, looking up as you finish your inhale. And then release back into ragdoll all the way down. Let the head drop, nod your chin side to side or front to back. We're going to bend the knees and set back up, making that shelf this time for the left elbow to stay planted. And then we'll lift the right elbow up. Hug in through your abdominals to the sides of the waist. Lengthen through your lower back. Maybe we lift that right arm straight and draw some circles. Maybe it feels better to keep the elbow bent and draw circles with the elbow bent. Pressing down firmly but gently with your bottom elbow. Take another big breath in. Maybe the gaze goes up toward your top thumb. And then release it down. Release the arms so that the hands just dangle down. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together, whatever distance feels best for you. And then we're gonna slowly let the head stay heavy, unroll. So soft knees, strong legs. Stacking the vertebrae slowly, drawing the shoulders back over the hips. And then once the head is up, circling the arms over your head. Lift your toes for a moment, drive your heels into the mat. Feel the lower back lengthen downward. Keep all of that length in the lower back. Tuck the chin to the chest. Touch your left wrist and take a side bend over to the right. And relax the toes down with your head lifting. Back to the center. Keep the chin tucked and the low back long. Hug the abs in as you take your side bend to the other direction. Breathe into the stretch. And come back to the center, nice deep inhale. Hands to the heart and then release the arms to the side, palms face down. Samastitihi. Feel that the weight is roughly evenly distributed between the right foot and the left foot. Let's draw some very gentle circles with the head and the neck. You can keep the palms face forward here, or if you'd like, interlacing your hands at the lower back. Just continuing to move gently through whatever range of motion the neck is interested in this moment, right? What would it feel like? What would it look like? How would I move, breathe, think if I were the happiest, most peaceful person in the world? The eyes are closed, blink them open, reach the arms up over your head, drink in a long breath. And then hinge at the hips, slowly exhale, folding all the way forward. We're gonna root down into the right foot, lift the left leg, and then drag the left foot back, setting up for warrior one. So the knife edge of the left foot will plant down, left heel drops down. You can bring the hands to the hips, push into the base of the right big toe as you rise it up, finding your Virabhadrasana 1. Square your back hip forward, reaching the arms up, and then bringing your gaze toward the ceiling between the hands, or maybe bringing the eyes forward toward the front of your space. As you breathe in, feel the sides of the waist lifting the ribs away from the hips. As you exhale, let the hips sink a little lower, but the legs stay super strong. We're going to keep the front knee bent, bring the hands to the heart center. We're working into warrior 2. So we're going to pivot that back leg further back in space. Open the hips toward the left side of your space. And then the arms will come out into a T. Close the fingers together here as you bring your gaze toward your top fingers or your top thumb. Relax through the upper back, feel the stretch across the chest. Find that sweet spot here in our Virabhadrasana 2, where there is some effort, but we're meeting it with some ease. Yeah, breathe, soft jaw. We'll keep the legs for just a moment longer, but bring the hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and then back down. We're going to start to straighten the front knee. Pivot the toes toward the left side of your space, and you can bring your feet just a little closer together, setting up for a straddle. Send your hips back in space behind you as you start to bow forward. Keep the fingers on the hip points and the thumbs on really like the sides of the hips, the butt, sides of the butt, or you can drop the hands down here. And you might also invite a little sway side to side. We'll release the hands down. Start to walk the hands toward the top of the mat. Pivot the toes toward the top of the mat so you come up onto the ball of the back foot. And then we're going to step the back foot forward to meet the front. Roll it up all the way to standing. Nice big inhale as you circle your arms over your head. And then exhale, catch either wrist, take a side bend, just easy side stretch. Come back to the center, breathe into it. And then side bend as you empty other direction. Come back to the center, nice deep breath in. Forward fold, long exhale. This time we keep the left foot planted, and we're gonna step, slide, or lift, and then step the right foot to the back, finding your warrior one legs, and then building from that foundation. The arms can come up, or they might stay at the hips today. See if you can deepen the lunge just a little bit and use the base of that front big toe, as well as the knife edge of your back foot to create some stability. Crossing the ground away to draw some energy up the legs. Set the eyes and find your breath. Bring the hands to the hips. Start to work into our warrior two as we separate the feet a little bit wider. Trying to open the hips toward the long side of your yoga mat, open the heart to the long side of the yoga mat, and then sweep the arms onto your side. Set your eyes over your front fingers and find your breath. And spine the hips. Pivot the toes, setting back up for your straddle. Instead of folding forward right away, always can fold forward right away if that feels good to you. Otherwise, just interlace the hands at the lower back, tug the knuckles down. So just send your hips back. And then as you drop the chest and the head, start to feel the sit bones pointing toward the ceiling, or maybe they're not pointing toward the ceiling, but they're working their way toward that direction. Breathing into the stretch wherever you feel it. Adding any variation that makes sense for your unique body. Revisiting that thought experiment if it serves you. What would it feel like in this moment to be the happiest, most peaceful person? And sometimes for me with that thought experiment, it's just a simplicity, like a release of all of the extra, bringing the hands to the hips. Start to soften at the knees as you unroll, standing all the way up this time. Pivot the toes to the top of the mat, hands are at the hips. Bend the front knee, step the back foot forward to meet it. Right. Reach the arms up over your head, draw in a long inhale. Forward fold as you empty. We're going to go ahead and sit down onto the butt. Lie down onto your back. Extend the legs long out in front of you for a moment as you reach the arms back up over your head. And we're going to cross the left ankle over the right ankle. Start to bump the hips a bit to the left, and then reach the right hand either for the right elbow or the right wrist as you work your way into banana asana. So this crescent shape, this banana shape lying on the mat, making a lot of points of contact with the ground, and just tracing with your mind's eye the outer edge of your left side body, the left foot and ankle. Noticing the outer edge of the left leg and any sensations there as you continue up into the hip, side of the waist, the ribs, all the way up, maybe the left side of the neck and the jaw. Come through the center, arms to the side, step your feet down underneath your knees. We're going to find a bridge pose. Press the ground away with your feet, tuck the tailbone gently towards your knees as you lift your hips. You're going to start to push the feet down and forward toward the top of the mat energetically to roll back onto the shoulders a bit more, really opening through the front side of the body. Take another long inhale, really brightening up from the knees to the underarms. And then slowly tuck the tailbone bone by bone as you exhale, lowering your bottom last. Bring your arms to the sides, toggle the knees right and left gently. And then when you're ready, we'll set up in that banana asana on the other side, extending the legs, crossing the right ankle over the left. Reaching the arms overhead and then catching the right elbow or the right wrist. And let the eyes close down or soften your gaze to one spot. And just notice the breath and the sensation of it. Ease your spine back into neutral, arms back to the side. Last bridge pose, step your feet down under your knees, palms are pressing down into the ground, maybe right outside of your yoga mat. Tuck the tailbone, lift the hips, bridge pose. 3 deep breaths. One big breath in. And then gently, bone by bone, lowering down. Bring your arms into a goalpost or a T shape as you toggle the knees side to side. And then this time, when the knees land to the right, let them stay there. You can make the twist a little bit deeper if you'd like, by bending the knees and stacking them, maybe reaching the right hand for the crook of the left knee. Your way back through the center. Maybe you reset for just a breath in the middle to let the low back recalibrate. And then eventually find that twist to the other side. Taking your time to come out of that twist and into a final resting shape. Traditionally, Shavasana is practiced on the back with the limbs stretching away from the spine at about a 45-degree angle. If you have discomfort in the low back, lying like that, you can always bend the knees or roll onto your belly or your side. Wherever you land, take a big cleansing breath in through your nose. And then let it go. Allowing your body just a brief moment of quiet and stillness. Offering yourself this as an opportunity to recharge, to reset, to refill your own cup, your own energetic stores. Listen for my voice shortly to end our practice. Back to your sense of hearing and any sounds. Invite some deeper rounds of breath into the body. And a little bit more prana and energy in as you start to invite some movement through the neck, the wrists, the ankles. Take all of the time that you'd like to work your way from your resting shape back to a seat. Land in a seat, bringing your hands to your heart, either palm over palm, right around the heart space, or into Anjali Mudra, prayer hands at the sternum. If that meditation resonates for you, amazing. Turn it over in your mind a couple times, let your body metabolize it. And if it doesn't, that's amazing too, right? Just noticing, right, how things land, deepening our awareness, making adjustments where we have some agency. That is one of the hugest gifts of this practice. To understand ourselves just a little bit better. And from that understanding, maybe to live a life that's just a little bit more aligned, day by day, week by week, month by month, over time. Release your prayer hands and then inhale the arms out to the side, over your head, reaching as high as you can as you finish that inhale. And let it go. Great, thank you for being with me. Thank you for your practice. If you have questions, jump in, leave them in the comments. Or you two, absolutely, we can talk. All right, take care, see you soon.